Hello guys, welcome to the weekend vlog. I didn't really plan to do a whole separate video, but after editing last week's video that had the weekend and the full week all into one video, it was a pretty long one, and so I figured we would split it up this week. Tonight's Friday night, and this is like a direct continuation of the video I just put up last week because I was leaving for the gym and now I'm back from the gym, sweaty as ever. Honestly, I can't believe how warm they keep the gym. It's like, I think it says it's 70 degrees. I'm like, I don't believe that for a second, but every time that I do my form workout and my run, I'm like drenched afterwards. I had a really productive full hour there, which was great, and talked to my mom on the way. And while I was walking home, I kind of decided that I wasn't gonna get pizza for dinner, but I was gonna make a smoothie instead. So we're gonna make a pretty hefty portion of a smoothie, and I'm gonna do the green juice one that I made a couple days ago, but then I ended up putting blueberries in it and it turned this disgusting color. I think we're just gonna stick to the greens. This is the best protein powder I've ever tried. It's the Parallel Health one. I also take their prenatals. This is the second container that I finished from Parallel, and gonna have to restock on that because I get the vanilla flavor and it works with all the smoothies that I do. Also, if you guys are tired of this sweatshirt, I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna be wearing it in a majority of this vlog too, just because it's so oversized and comfy, but this is our beautiful product tonight. Honestly, if I end up feeling not that fulfilled from the smoothie, I'll probably make a grilled cheese on the side just to, you know, really give myself the replenishment of all those nutrients. This recipe is delicious though. I put so much spinach in it and it doesn't taste like it at all because you also have a green apple, ginger. I did the protein powder and some chia seeds, but the ginger really overpowers any of like those earthy flavors from the spinach, so I will drink this with pleasure and also get a ton of healthy ingredients in me after a workout, which is nice. And I'm not regretting my decision to not get pizza one bit. I can do that tomorrow for lunch or something like that. So, but I've been watching Off Campus for the second time because that is what you do when your husband is not home. But I might take a break and finish editing my vlog and put on like Friends or something in the background, you know, like TV that I don't really have to pay attention to. But I like having something on in the background while I'm editing because I don't feel, I don't know, I feel really alone when I'm sitting here by myself and like listening to myself talk, if that makes sense. Morning guys, I just woke up a little while ago and I've been editing the vlog that was supposed to go up last night, so apologies for that, but I just made myself a nice perfectly colored, I guess it's a latte, but one of the perks of making my coffee at home is that I don't fill a cup all the way up to here and then just pour a tiny little shot of espresso on top. I can kind of control how much milk I want to have in it so that it becomes this gorgeous, beautiful color. And I did my brown sugar simple syrup in it. Delicious. We also just got these glasses and they look super similar to the ones that we have from CB2. These are from, actually, These aren't from our registry. I did get these when we moved into our apartment across the hall, and then when we moved in here, we obviously took them with us, but these are from Fable. They're a tiny bit smaller, which I like. I love these for water because they hold so much. I want to say they're like a 20-something ounce glass, which I feel like is kind of rare. And this one's a little bit smaller, but I like it for my coffee because if I pour it into the larger one, it looks half full and it's making my brain think that I'm not drinking a full coffee. So I like making them in these nice, clear, beautiful, minimal ones. And these are break resistant too. I saw it on the website when I was choosing which ones to get, and I thought that was genius. I've only broken one of the CB2 glasses and it was my fault. So those are pretty durable too. So I'll link the smaller ones. They come in a set, and then I think for the CB2 ones, they're also pretty affordable too. So either one's a really good option depending on what size you want, but I love these for coffee. I do get jealous though when I see people drinking their coffee out of like cute little glasses that have things on it. Kind of trying to buy stuff that makes sense for multi-purpose, so I'm not just like buying, I don't know, I feel like it's like buying a mug. Like you cannot have 17 mugs because you're never gonna use that many in a week or like within a dishwasher cycle. And so to me that's just like excessive, unless you're like a collector or something, I don't know. And so I just like to get stuff that had, and it would drive me crazy if I had a whole cabinet of mugs that we just don't use. I think we have like 5 or 6, which also kind of feels like a lot considering the fact that I drink iced coffee majority of the year. This espresso smells a little bit burnt. I mean, I got a good puck out of it, but super blessed to have this coffee machine, but trying to figure out the size of the grounds and how many grounds to put and the grams and how long it takes to brew and the weight of the espresso, like that is a full-time job, and anyone who knows how to do it well, I commend you. One of the most amazing things about breakfast food is you can kind of get away with it, eating it at any point of the day, because we have brunch and then we have breakfast for dinner, which is a coined term. And so this morning I wanted to make myself a big egg breakfast, but I ended up just having cereal. Now it's lunchtime and I made myself a nice big platter here. I was gonna do a wrap, but we don't have any big ones left. So I kind of just made everything I would have put in the wrap, and we're gonna use toast instead, which I don't have any problem with at all whatsoever. But of course there's cheese on literally everything. I haven't put any makeup on today because I might be going to my sister's pool in a little bit, but depending on if it clears out, because apparently it got filled up super quickly this morning. But I wanted to start getting stuff together. You guys have like barely seen my closet because it's not like a cute little like wardrobe tour situation that I can give you guys. But I wanted to put some of the things aside that I need to take to Vegas because I know that it's really gonna sneak up on me, and I'm leaving super early in the morning on Friday and I don't feel like stressing about it during the week at all. So even though I'm still waiting on a few things to come in for like different orders that I placed, I do still want to grab things that I currently have and make sure there's nothing that I need to buy. Thankfully, I think I'm gonna have everything that I need. However, I might need to get a cover-up that's not white, because for some reason, all of my cover-ups are cream or white or like patterned, but have too much white in them. And you can't do that on a batch trip, obviously. And I'm also like, why do I not have other colors of things? Also need to be bringing a couple of hats with me, because even though I sometimes feel like a mom when I'm wearing a straw hat, I definitely want to wear one like when we're tanning and stuff to protect my face, because it's gonna be 103 degrees on one of the days, and I think we're gonna be at a beach club, so, or like a pool party. Sorry, it just sounds funny. I'm like 30 years old. I don't know how I can be doing this, but we're gonna just power through. It is 4 p.m. and I'm just now making the bed, but the fact that I'm doing it at any point in the day is what counts. I know I said I was gonna stop having separation anxiety from wearing this sweatshirt, but somehow it made its way back onto my body while I get ready for dinner. I am gonna be going home in the next probably half an hour to go to dinner with my family, and my sister and her husband are actually able to come, which will be really nice to see them. And then I'm gonna stay at home tonight, go to church tomorrow morning with my mom and my grandpa. Probably gonna go to a diner, as Greek people do. And then we'll come back here and finish my packing situation of what I can actually pack for right now. I just ordered a necklace off of Cezanne. I don't know if I'll necessarily wear it on that trip, but I met one of Sammy's friends yesterday. She's also a 9-to-5er that does content creation on the side. And she was wearing like a white top with a brown like beaded necklace. And when I saw that one, I was like, it's really similar to what she was wearing. And I liked the white with the brown. So I grabbed that necklace, and then I think one other thing, but I can't remember. Anyway, I showered and just doing some quick skincare. And then for my hair today, considering the fact that it's 91 degrees out and my hair is insanely greasy, I am gonna slick it. I was thinking about potentially washing my hair just now, but I could just do that at night at home when I have like nothing else to do, because we'll probably go to dinner around 6 and then be able to go home and chill, get a little bit of work done, and then sleep in tomorrow. While my skincare kind of dries, I am gonna put on some sunscreen though right before I do my makeup. I feel like you guys know the drill with my slick bun, but I always use the Day styling cream if anyone is new here. And I put that in my hair before I put it into the actual bun, ponytail, whatever I'm feeling that day. Also makes you look super cute, just like this. I was also gonna go to the gym today because I mentioned this would be my 3rd day of the week, which is even lower than my goal. However, I woke up this morning and I was so insanely sore from working out yesterday, and I made up the workout that I did. I basically just did a circuit, and then my running workout's also kind of made up every single time I do it. I just try to run for as long as I can, and then I'll throw some like sprints in there, and I always try to get 2 miles done within 20 minutes, which sounds really slow, but I will usually take like a walking break in between long stints of running, and I'm not a distance runner. So the fact that I was able to run for 10 minutes straight yesterday on like 6.5 miles per hour was like a pretty big accomplishment for someone like me. But this morning I was like, oh, okay, so my abs are sore, my butt is sore, my arms are sore, because I did like a workout when I was like lifting a weight in the ab workout, and I was like, wow, okay, so that was pretty effective. And that was my excuse for today for not going to the gym again. But I'm really looking forward to a brand new week tomorrow. And I think just because of my routine and the fact that I'm gonna come back here kind of early in the afternoon to get a parking spot, that I'll be able to go to the gym. And I honestly love going to the gym on a Sunday when I can, because it checks off. I mean, the week technically starts, obviously Sunday is the first day of the week, but it's nice to just get a day checked off before the work week even starts. And so that's gonna be my plan for tomorrow, is to start and like maybe try to go every day so that I can feel my most confident on this bachelorette trip that I have coming up, because I feel like it's really hard to not compare yourself in daily life, but then when you also go on a trip with a bunch of different girls, and I'm sure a ton of people can relate to this, but like even if you feel so confident in yourself, it's hard to not compare when you're on a trip with like everybody basically like showing up and showing out in our best outfits for every single event, because you're only there for like a short amount of time, and you usually try to bring like your best and like cutest outfits. And so when you're around a ton of people, I feel like it's just easy to fall into comparison. And so I was a little bit nervous about that with just the way that I've been feeling these past couple of weeks. Like I don't feel my most fit, and I'm also pale as hell. Like, I'll be honest, it's not everything, but I think even having my legs fake tanned the past couple days has like brought me some sort of confidence that I forgot about. So even just trying to get, maybe I can get some color tomorrow morning, because we don't have church until 10:30. So I'm like, if I can get out there and there's sun in the backyard, I'm gonna try to get a little bit of a base because I am ghostly white, and then I'll self-tan during the week. But it's not the most convenient thing to do, because if you want to have a tan that's really like dark enough, you have to keep it on for 4 hours, and that would mean I basically come home from work, self-tan, and then just kind of sit in it until I go to bed, or like I have to shower it off before I go to bed, and it's just like not the most ideal situation. So it would be nice if I could get some color tomorrow. But in general, yeah, I'm just going on a rant, but basically I want to try to get to the gym so that I could show up for myself, and that always gives me confidence when I'm feeling in this type of mood of like not my best. The other thing that can make you feel really confident is slaying a slick bun. Obviously joking, but like, yeah, sometimes it's a pretty big feat. Also, Sammy was telling me that apparently the slick bun without a part is coming back, and like slick ponies without a part, and I'm like, I'm just gonna continue the way that Hailey Bieber / Kendall Jenner does it and do a little part in the middle, because I have like a pretty bumpy head, like random bumps in certain areas. So I feel like if I just comb everything back, there's no focal point, and then I don't want everyone seeing my bumpies. I'm gonna quickly get some makeup on. Skin's looking pretty glowy, because I always do. Oh, you're joking. No. Bruh. Oh, it kind of came right off because I got it on the part that has this like design on it. I think it's really a talent of mine to be able to drop makeup products on a lot of my clothing. Like, I can ruin a pair of pajamas by just getting ready in the morning, and it's terrible. I'm also just being a hardo for putting on sunscreen right now when it's 5 o'clock in the evening. But you guys know I don't skip a day of sunscreen. It is so important to wear. It's funny because like, I think it also prevents aging, and I'm like, I don't even care about that. I just care about protecting my skin. I just love that sunscreen so much. That one and the Summer Fridays are like permanently in my routine now. And I love the way that it makes my skin look. Just finished up the makeup and gonna put this tinted little, what do they call this? Probably lip treatment. I don't know. It's by the brand Fresh. I really like their skincare products, and I love this little berry color that they make in this really hydrating lip balm. So I'm probably gonna bring this home with me and keep it in my bag. But that's me already. I need to figure out what to wear. This is what I mean by the fact that I'm so insanely pale. But at least I like the way that my makeup came out. It'll distract from the fact. Fragrance for tonight is going to be the Dead Cool Extra Milk. Smells incredible. I just got all of it in my mouth because I sprayed a little bit too much. My mom doesn't like sweet scents though, and I know she's not going to like this at all whatsoever. I think there's an element of musk to it, but I think sometimes things that are musky just smell like vanilla-y, and to me that's like musky, but to other people that's really sweet. So I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated. I also tried to put some fake freckles on. You can't even see them, but the fact that I don't know where freckles go, I think is some research that I have to do, but it worked pretty well. They look natural enough for you to not be able to see them. And then this outfit, I put on some linen shorts, which I think looks a little bit sloppy, but I don't even know what I would change into. But I paired it with this dish top that I got during, they were doing a sale, I think in the winter. And every piece that I wanted to get in the summer of last year was on sale, and they had my sizes and things. So I picked up a bunch of stuff, and this is one of them. It's like a little off the shoulder. So it's like an off the shoulder top. And I just needed things to wear to dinner that were a little bit more dressy, and I think that this fits in that category really well. The linen shorts are from Jenny Kane. They came in a set, and then my mesh flats, because my pedicure started chipping. I was excited to like get my cute summer sandals on, and I can't do that. Also, I think my leopard sandals would look really cute with this as well, but because my toes look absolutely horrid, we're gonna button them up a little bit with some mesh flats, and then I will just bring a little bag.
Where were you mean when we were there?
Morning, you guys. It's Monday. I start work in about 2 hours, and I have so much to do before that, so woke up bright and early. Polly gets home later tonight, and I have a ton of things that I want to get done around the apartment, but also I need to film an ad before I start work, but I can't look like this for it, so I'm gonna make my bed quickly, and then we'll get ourselves ready for the day. I think we're gonna do the ad mostly makeup free, so I'm just gonna try to hydrate my skin a little bit, and I think we might just put some concealer on just to make everything look a little bit more uniform. I went to get a massage yesterday at this Chinese spa in town, and they just do such an incredible job, and it's so affordable, and my neck felt so much better when I was going to sleep last night, and I woke up and it's like probably half as painful as it usually is. So maybe I'll just go there once a week instead of going to a chiropractor, and they can fix me. Because yesterday we went to a diner after church and I like could barely sit still. I was just like trying to adjust my neck so that I was not so uncomfortable, and that's basically how it's been for the past week. But I'm feeling like nice hour-long massages are the answer. Just gonna comb my brows up really quick. I'm gonna wait to apply sunscreen for when I actually leave the house. I have a couple of errands, or just one errand, to run during my lunch. Since we're doing a no makeup type of look, I'm just gonna put the concealer in the really inner corner line where I got the darkest pigment for my under eyes. Blend that out really quick. Okay, that's the skincare for my ad. I'm gonna film that quickly and then eat breakfast because I'm already hungry. Okay, that is all done. A couple of really big things that I checked off the list this morning that were actually very time sensitive and late. So I got those out by like 7:45, and then I answered a couple of emails that I had been wanting to get to and just like confirming a couple of other partnerships. But now it's time to switch gears. I am gonna make myself some breakfast to kind of get myself into the 9 to 5 mindset. Sometimes I'm just really antisocial. Last night I went to take the garbage out at like 10:30. No, it was like 10 at night. I went to bed at 10, so it was like a little bit before that. And one of my neighbors likes to sit on the little front stoop with his cat sometimes. And I was like, I really hope he's not sitting there, because there's no way that I'm gonna ask them to like move over so I can put the trash out. And they were sitting there, and I fully walked back upstairs with the garbage and put it back in the garbage can until this morning, because I didn't want to disturb anyone or like speak to anyone at that point of the night. So, taking out the trash. I feel like I've changed so many times this morning already, and it's not even 10 o'clock in the morning, but I've just been catching up on emails so far, and I have a call at 11, so I'm gonna make my coffee now. It's really strange how it's clockwork that at 10 a.m. I start to get like a little bit groggy. I don't get sleepy, and I don't feel like coffee really helps me that much, but maybe it does, because I do get this kind of like lethargic feeling around that time, and then I make a coffee. But I don't know if that's just my body like telling me like, let's go make a nice little latte, or whatever you want to call the drink that I make that has a lot less milk than a latte has. I'm gonna make it in my cute little Fable glass and use a little bit less espresso, because the past couple times I couldn't get, what is the thing called that you like put espresso into? Portafilter? Not sure. but it wouldn't lock into place. So we're gonna use less. I think I just made the perfect color of a latte. Doesn't actually look like a latte, it's a lot darker, but the brown sugar syrup in here is balancing out that espresso so well. And I'm so grateful that I'm someone who could just enjoy coffee and not actually need it. I'm never in a rush. I'm really just like sitting there. It takes me hours to finish a cup of coffee, and it's probably just due to the fact that I get amazing sleep and don't need it to wake me up. And I'm gonna have to say that that's probably because we switched our mattress a little over a month ago. So you guys know that we have the Lisa mattress. I believe we have the hybrid chill, but I'll put the name of the mattress that we have on screen. But right before we changed our mattress, I also got my Oura ring, which I don't talk about a lot because I feel like, you know, no one really cares about my metrics as a person. It's just like a little bit too detailed. But when we first got the mattress, I was like, I feel like I'm sleeping better, and I don't know if it's a placebo. Just like if you were to get a new skincare product and you're like, wow, the skin is like so much more hydrated and glowy, and you're like, is that actually happening, or am I just wanting that to happen because I spent money on something? But with my sleep, I actually have data now that supports the fact that yes, I am getting better sleep. So 2 different factors of my sleep have changed. One of them was the amount of times that I was waking up, usually toward the morning hours because I was too warm. The other one was my latency. So that is the amount of time that it takes for you to fall asleep. And so my latency used to be like 15 or 16 minutes, and now it takes like 7 or 8 minutes. It's literally cut in half, which I think is so crazy. And then the other thing is that my sleep breaks in the morning have almost completely gone away. I used to wake up multiple times right before my alarm would go off, and if you guys have that like 9 to 5 early morning schedule, you know how painful it is to wake up at 5 o'clock when your alarm's gonna go off at 5:30, or like 5:20 when your alarm's gonna go off at 5:30. And I was doing this because I would wake up and have to like hang my leg out immediately because I was overheating. But when I started using the Lisa mattress, because it has so much support and cooling technology, those 2 factors together have eliminated the amount of times that I wake up during the night. And it's a beautiful thing for like staying consistent with my routines, making sure that I'm still getting my gym workouts in early in the morning. If I'm getting up to shoot, I have to get up early enough to be able to put on my whole face of makeup and figure out an outfit and all of that. So making sure that I wake up on time and not groggy and like half asleep because I had to fall back asleep from waking up from being too warm is like the most incredible thing. And I feel like it was just such a unique experience that I had data to support the fact that this change that I made in my life is actually having a really positive impact on my health. So if you guys are looking to switch out your mattress or add a new one to your house, I will leave a code on screen. Cannot even express to you guys how much we love this mattress, and I will leave a link in the description as well for you guys to shop. So thank you so much to Lisa for sponsoring this part of the video. Now I get to sit and work while I slowly sip on my delicious latte that I made, and my meeting's in about 45 minutes, so I'll catch up with you guys after. I put a little bit of makeup on and I'm just waiting to join my call, but this package I felt like was a good opportunity for me to, I'm panting because I just ran up the stairs with it, but I felt like this was a good chance for me to be humbled with you guys because I talk about saving all the time, about healthy spending. I mean, I wish I talked about it more, but just like healthy spending habits are really important to me, and just making sure that you're spending like within your means. Literally laughing as I say that because I sometimes also have momentary lapse in brain function and do things like this. So technically I didn't get anything for myself as a bonus present. I usually save half of it and then I have the, you know, option to spend the other half, but this time I didn't get anything. Last year I spent like 20% of it, so I haven't gone crazy, which I think is just me maturing and not being crazy in general. But I did order this jacket because you're gonna die at the reason. Paige Lorenz was wearing this in her Instagram photo. I think I actually also ordered the wrong colorway, and then I found it on Bloomingdale's for 40% off, which is not a lot because this thing is still so expensive that I don't even want to tell you guys how much it is, and it's definitely going right back. I can't even justify this at all whatsoever, but she was wearing a little plaid raincoat. And this is the wrong color, as I mentioned. Hers is a little bit more green, which I think I would like even better. This is like a seafoam kind of color. And I loved it in the photo. And then I tried to find it and I got crazy and I was like, I could always just, my battery died, but the only thing I was gonna say is that I'm returning it for sure. The only thing I would do is use the $25 reward that I got from buying this to get the greener colorway and see if I actually like that. But I don't know. I feel like I don't need to own anything designer aside from anything that I get through my job. And it just feels really impractical at this point in my life. And I was laughing about the whole Paige Lorenz thing because she has like 1 million followers on all her platforms and probably gets paid 40 times the amount that that jacket costs for one brand deal. And I'm over here like scraping my pennies together and it just like doesn't feel right. So I'm definitely gonna return this colorway just because I don't think it was the exact one that I wanted. And I don't know, I feel like I'm just not gonna buy the other one because I would be like embarrassed to wear something like that when I technically don't have the means to buy something of that level, if that makes sense. So just thought that would be fun to share. We all have impulses that we feed into, but return policies are important. I finished out the workday about a half hour ago and I've been cleaning like a mad woman, dusting the entire apartment, putting things away, switching out loads of laundry. I have a ton to fold, but I went and picked up a couple of packages that came in downstairs. The first being Liquid IV from Amazon. I ordered this last night, it came this morning, and while I wasn't that desperate, I know we're gonna need this in Vegas. And if you haven't had the firecracker like popsicle scent, pretty nostalgic. I just feel like the electrolytes are a good thing to have no matter the occasion. So I grabbed a whole bag of them. And then the other thing that I forgot that I ordered, and that sounds kind of ridiculous, but this is a pair of glasses. If anyone remembers the time that I tried to get a pair of blue light glasses that looked like Miu Miu dupes, they were horrid. But I got this pair instead, and they look so cute. I mean, I saw them on someone else first, and I feel like I kind of knew the Amazon ones were gonna be a problem. So when they were a problem, I was like, okay, I guess I kind of saw this coming. But I liked that these weren't as round, and they also have more space in between the two lenses on either side. And I just did clear lenses, so they're kind of gonna be for a fashion statement, which sounds really annoying, but I cannot find the picture of my prescription. I was gonna get prescription put into them. But to be honest, I just wear my contacts every day and then I wear blue light glasses over the top. And I didn't want to get blue light for these because I wanted to wear them in like a day-to-day sense. And they're pretty cheap if you don't get any additional like features to the lenses. So I just wanted to go the budget route so that I could have something cute to wear. I'm still waiting on my Revolve package to get here with a couple of things that I need to pack, and we're also realizing that I do probably need to buy a cover up because all of mine are either cream or white. The last thing is a new launch from Merit, and I genuinely forgot what it was, but now it's all coming back to me. They have a new clean mascara. Now you guys know me, I'm always a stan for my Lash Paradise, but I feel like that makes me a really good judge for new mascara products because I can really compare the formula pretty well considering the fact that I only use the same exact one every single time. This one's a little bit different, so I'm really curious to see how that works out because it's a plastic bristle brush and it looks pretty short. So we'll try this out over the next couple of days and I'll let you know how it is. But tonight we're gonna watch the Knicks game and have some chicken parm with our friends that live downstairs, and then Polly will get back probably around like 9:30, 10, and then we'll finally be back in a normal routine. I feel like him not being here has made me feel like so like on a different schedule. I just had a call with my boss a little bit ago and I was like, the last few days have just felt so weird being by myself. I mean, it's nice to like have some time to relax and like just decompress and not talk to anyone, but like we can do that together anyways, and I prefer to do that with Pauly. So I've been fine, but I prefer to have him here, obviously. So I'm excited for him to come home later. Hopefully traffic isn't too bad from JFK and we can hang out for a little bit before we go to bed, because I think we'll probably want to wake up really early in the morning to go to the gym, especially since he'll be on European time. So anywho, but once my Revolve package does get here, I want to show you guys the things that I picked up for this month. I'm so obsessed with everything that I got, and it was so hard to choose, which is like the best situation to be in. So if it gets here tomorrow, I will hopefully show you guys then. Just doing a little bit of post-shower self-care. I did an everything shower, which was definitely a luxurious feeling. It was well needed after a day just like rotting inside the apartment. I did not leave here at all, so that's quite concerning. But I feel nice and refreshed now. My leave-in conditioner is the Pros one that I've been using. I'm running low on that though, so I think the next one is going to be this L'Oreal Elvive. A lot of these have really good ratings, so we're gonna dive into that. But my face serum is still the Ursa Major one. This is the Mountain Glow Serum. I think it's vitamin C. Pretty glowy. I like to use it at night because obviously I'm not going anywhere, and it's fine if I look like a glazed donut. Gotta bring this down the neck also. I think tomorrow night we'll start tanning drops just so that my face is tanned, because the rest of my body absolutely is not, but at least I'll be tan in like the most important part. My face lotion, I think I've been using this Caudalie Premier Crew for the past, I don't know, I think my skin sometimes likes me to switch it up. I probably should have alternated a different night cream in between because my skin loves it. But oh my gosh, I forgot to do my Zip Halo. Ugh, I keep forgetting at night. I always do it in the morning, but like the nighttime routine, I think I'm just kind of over it and I just do whatever is quickest. Definitely want to be sculpted for my upcoming trip. Okay, that feels glorious. And I'm gonna put on a little sweat set and head down to our friend's apartment in about 20 minutes. I'm gonna try to organize some things before I go down there just because I have the time. Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday. I said I wasn't really gonna vlog during the week, but I just mentioned the Great Lash. It's not the Great Lash. I think that is the original Merit mascara, but this one is Lean Volume. I don't know if that's the name of it, but I'll link this one. I'm shocked because usually when I use a plastic bristle, it separates my lashes a lot and kind of makes them look spidery, which I don't like. I like a more even distributed, voluminous lash with like focus at the root, which might be the way that I apply it, but I love the way that this turned out. It's like just enough without it being like clumpy, and it still defines my eye. I'm like so surprised. So I just needed to tell you guys that. Hopefully I'll show you my outfit before I leave, but we'll see. All right, vlog, really quick because I love the way that this outfit turned out. I'm wearing a white tee from Aritzia. It's their Babaton line, and it's pretty lightweight. I forgot how much I love the cut of this. And then over the top, I put on this Cause shirt that I just got in. It's a really pretty butter yellow color with a stripe, and I haven't worn a button down open in the longest time. And I love how like summery and laid back it looks. My sunglasses are just from Amazon, and then I'm wearing my wide tote and Massimo Dutti jeans with some suede loafers. I don't know why I'm still wearing suede in the summer, but I think it's just because I don't have light brown loafers, and I definitely wouldn't like light brown leather loafers anyway. And then I just have on a pair of lab-grown diamond studs. So that's the outfit. We're leaving early enough for me to stop at Watch House for a coffee, and we don't have regular milk in the office right now. We only have almond milk, so I'll probably make a pit stop there before I head over to the office. Crazy how much I'm like, I'm not gonna film, but I know I'm gonna take some clips throughout the day because I want to take you guys along so badly. I feel like that's just what happens. Once you get into vlogging, you just can't stop, which I love. is over and I just got home. I'm sitting on the floor right now because I was opening a couple of packages, and one of them being my Revolve order for this month that I was kindly gifted. So a couple of the things are what I need to pack for Vegas, including night one, I think is, no, night one is blackjack night, so it's black or red, and I'm just gonna wear black, a dress that I already have. This is for night two, and it's a sequin dress. We're doing sparkles the second night, and I just can tell that this is a really nice quality. Like, it's hard for sequin pieces, I feel like, to not be cheap because there are plastic elements to it, but the cut of this looked so nice, and I've just been loving wearing green last season and this season. Same thing with blue. I feel like those are my favorite colors to wear right now. And then I also picked up this swimsuit, and I'm loving that the color is a little bit darker in person, because I think if it was lighter it would blend into my tan version of my skin tone. Obviously right now I'm pretty pale, but I think this is going to be really, really pretty. I'm going to wear this to one of the pool clubs yeah, that we're going to, I think, the first day, and then I just got the matching bottoms, and I have a brown toned cover up that I think I'm going to pair with that. But for another like swim slash lounge piece, I got these striped shorts, and they're 100% cotton. They feel so luxurious and nice. I would wear these with a swimsuit underneath and a white linen shirt kind of open, and this be the bottom of kind of like my cover up, and a raffia bag. Or you can just wear these kind of around the house with a white button down as like a lounge outfit, or like a t-shirt would work well too. So I think I'm gonna bring those to lounge around the house in. And then I got this top for work. I thought it was so interesting. It's a striped material, and I love anything that has like a high neck and a tie. I feel like it just makes the piece look a lot fancier. And then it had these really cute kind of like cuffs, and then a fluted sleeve, which I thought was really pretty. And it's a crop style, which I think is super helpful when you're dressing for the summer, to not have all of this like extra bulky material that you're tucking into the front of your pants. So I think this is gonna look nice with a pair of trouser shorts and some loafers, or I could do, I guess, like a full pair of pants if it's not too crazy hot out. And then the last thing that I'm also really glad was a little bit darker in person is this butter yellow dress that I picked up to wear to an event this summer. Okay, someone just buzzed, but our buzzer doesn't work right now, so someone else let them in. But this dress is gonna look so nice for weddings that we have this summer. I have 2 in August, 1 in June, which I think I can wear this to the one in June because it's formal, and this is like a midi length dress. But look at how pretty these yellow appliques are. It's like so silky and luxurious, and I think it's gonna look so nice on. So it kind of looks like a 2-piece set, but it's a dress. And I think this is just a really easy like sisterhood of the traveling dress type of wedding guest outfit to wear. I already know that my sisters are gonna be borrowing this for weddings that they go to, and it's just nice to be able to get a ton of use out of a dress that you would typically only wear like once to an event, even though I'm huge on outfit repeating in general, but also for weddings. I just like, I don't see the point of like only wearing something once. And then I have this jacket, which it's definitely out of season, but I picked it up because I knew it would probably go out of stock by the time I would wear it in the fall. So this is kind of like a funnel neck cotton jacket. It's in this really nice darker khaki color with this casual tie at the front, which I thought was really cool and interesting. And then it has these kind of gunmetal buttons, which I think look really nice. It's kind of understated. I feel like Zara is known for doing like super bright silver buttons on everything, and so I kind of just like that you can button this all the way to the top and have a little bit more of a muted embellishment. And the material is so soft, it feels like buttery, if that's even possible for like a more structured jacket. And then the last thing that I got, which I haven't tried these on yet, so I can't speak to how comfortable they are, but it honestly feels like the suede is really soft. But I got this pair of espadrilles with the black piping. I thought that that was really cute to wear to work, because I noticed that I just keep wearing loafers and flats and loafers and flats, and I wanted to get a shoe that I think would look really cute with jeans, like even if the tie doesn't show. And then also if I'm wearing some sort of like a skirt, it would look really cute to have this laced up. But I mean, they feel really comfy. Let me pop this on my foot. Oh, that's cute. And they feel so, I feel like my foot can just expand as much as it wants to, which is always a plus because I have super wide feet. There you have it, folks. These are really, really cute. I love these. I feel like this was a really good order because it's everything that's kind of along the lines of being basic but stepping out of my comfort zone in one element or another. Really excited to wear those, and honestly everything that I got, you guys will see the outfits I think in the next vlog, because I am going to take a couple of clips while I'm in Vegas because a couple people commented and said that they wanted to see some of the things that we get up to while we're there. So I'm gonna add these two things to my packing pile that I already started in my room. Paulie's currently grilling some burgers and I can't express to you guys how much I'm looking forward to having a burger. I don't know the last time I got one, and I'm in charge of waffle fries, so it gets even better. If you guys have not tried the Trader Joe's pretzel buns, you absolutely must. Cannot forget the Kindle because I've been really into my book. I was reading it last night before going to bed, which was actually lovely, but I'm about to leave literally in 1 minute and wanted to show you guys what I'm wearing. So the top is Massimo Dutti. You guys have seen this plenty of times before, I feel like, and then my jeans are also Massimo Dutti. My flats are Tony Bianco. So comfortable, so breathable. And then I'm wearing these D. Louise earrings. They're like a square shape, which I really like. I think it's very unique. And then sunglasses are YSL, but I'll link these and also the Le Spec ones that look exactly like it. I have my Bea bag on. We have a birthday to go to after work today, so I'm actually gonna change at the office, and I have my sneakers and I need to grab a pair of socks. That just reminded me. And my top that I'm gonna wear to the bar later. So I have lots going on. We have an event tomorrow morning at La Cabra, which is one of my favorite coffee shops in Soho. And so we're gonna try to not have a late night, but the Knicks are also playing, and it's just gonna be a lot of festivities at once. So hopefully I can get up on time tomorrow. That's it from me, but I will see you guys tomorrow, probably. I'll see what I can film throughout the day. Cover up in Mango, and I've never been more confused about anything in my life. You would think that New York City has absolutely everything you can think of, but trying to find a Vegas themed cover up, I say theme because Vegas is like not real life, the hardest thing I've ever had to shop for. So we're gonna try Zara next. Okay, we're gonna try Skims because I forgot that the Zara near my office closed. Good morning, you guys. I have water on my top from brushing my teeth. No one understands, including me, why I brush my teeth when I've gotten dressed already. But I wanted to quickly update you guys because we had such a fun game last night. The Knicks won at like literally the last second. It was such high energy. Everyone was like in the streets afterwards honking. Like, it's just so nice that New York is so excited and united because it's the most amazing city in the world, and so when there's this energy, it just makes it that much better. So it was a really, really fun thing to be a part of, and we were out until 1 a.m. Obviously, we were screaming last night, so my voice, Paulie's voice, both compromised, but I am about to head into Soho. We have an event at La Cabra, which is favorite coffee shops. If there's not a line, definitely go. I mean, I don't believe in waiting in a line at all, but like over Cafe Paradiso, that place that has like draft oat milk lattes or whatever. Don't waste your time staying on a line around the block. You should go to La Cabra. And honestly, just get there when it opens and then walk around Soho when there's no one there. I feel like that's my biggest hack. But they're doing an event with Damn Damn. I think that's how you say the brand. And I have a couple of products from them. They have a really nice, I think it's a rice water cleanser. And the brand founders, I believe, are going to be there today. So I'm popping in there super quickly, and then I have to take the train up to work. Just wanted to try to fit something in beforehand and obviously get a coffee because I definitely need it. I've had a liquid IV and I feel a lot more like energized, but we won't even talk about my Oura Ring score from last night. It's atrocious, but I think we're going to come back later today and just have a nice night in, order some sushi, and I have to pack because this doesn't count as packing. I had it in a neat little pile and then I went to try everything on and messed everything up. I'm gonna head out now. We're gonna take the path in and get a little event done before the workday. I didn't tell them that I wanted my latte iced by accident, and so it's 90 degrees out and I have a hot coffee. So we're gonna be throwing that on ice as soon as we get into the office.